Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Thrive in Your Mission. I'm Elvira Hopper, the Legacy Whisperer, and I'm here with my fabulous partner in thriving. I don't want to say crime anymore. um,
I like
uh,
that.
Tavia Sharp, and we are so excited. We just did an episode, and I'm like, let's do a part two. Let's hop on and do a part two because I brought up something that made me cry, and I kind of left it there. And I think I'd like to dive a little deeper and unpack it a bit more with Tavia and share it with you because. At least one of you is meant to hear this message, right? It wouldn't be coming through if at least one of you didn't need it right now. So I just want to say, like who loses if you don't share your mission, if you don't share your work in the world? Who loses? I think we all lose, but
Yeah.
your clients that need you are definitely going to lose, and you lose too, right? So I had no idea I was going to bring up my mother on the last call because she was this incredible, artist. She was a seamstress. She worked in Italian couture houses. She was a pattern maker. She made my wedding gown, all my bridesmaids, all my clothes growing up. I didn't appreciate it because I just wanted to look like every other kid. Meanwhile, I
Mm,
had these one of a kind, couture, creations that my mother made. And she wanted to open some sort of boutique, some sort of, fashion house. And my father, who was a very fearful man, he was a Virgo, he could sing
mhm.
like Pavarotti, never did anything with his voice, right? Died with his real music still in him 14 years ago with horrible diseases. He said, no, you can't do that to her.
Mhm.
And so that's the energy I was raised around. I was raised around who the hell are you to do something like that and to stay small. When I wanted to be on stages singing and dancing, my dad said women on stages are sluts.
Mm.
So that was the background I have that kept me at a certain level. But guess what? I'm now on world class stages. I'm a multi award winning jazz artist. And now I'm working with Tavia so that we can help these incredible people that are our clients to thrive in their mission. And I am doing something else that's very cool right now. My apologies if you hear that noise. They're doing our duct cleanings. We just had our house renovated,
Nice.
cleaning our ducts right now. But anyway, we talk about being real, not perfect.
Right.
So this is where I just want to say that you might have heard some stories growing up about how far you could go and what was right for you to do, and we're going to invite you to break through that. We're going to invite you to go beyond. What were the stories you heard growing up, and how can you break beyond those? So, Tavia, what would you like to share?
Yeah, that well, my father is an extremely talented architect, but he honestly, I think he can do anything. He can fix anything, build anything. I mean, I don't know. I've said he's probably like a genius and maybe he just doesn't even know. Maybe he never got his IQ tested,
Yeah,
but he
yeah,
really can do so many things. He can fix like electrical things, woodworking. He made like my crib. He made a rocking horse by hand, when I was little, and like for my cousins as well. Like my father is very talented but always worked for someone else. And so I always felt like his talent was squashed
yeah,
because he was stuck in a corporate box, because when you're working from someone else, it's all about what they want, right? They're running their business, right? And you're making and doing things for them. And you're
yeah,
never really creating anything for yourself. And I remember when I was younger, I wanted to be like my dad. I wanted to be an architect because I thought, oh, wow, that's so cool. Like I could do that. Right. And he kind of steered me away from that because he thought that my talents would be squashed, my creativity would be squashed. And so he thought, don't go down that road because you're going to be disappointed. Right. So I ended up in fashion, which actually is very similar. And him and I joke about it all the time because I ended up in a very similar environment because they're both like businesses. You're
yeah,
creating something that needs to make money. And similarly, they're both like three-dimensional designs. One is a larger scale three-dimensional design. Fashion is a three-dimensional design that needs to fit on a body. So they're very similar in a lot of ways. And so what happens is, um, you know, I ended up from the very similar spot that he has been. And, you know, so it's like I saw that a lot and I thought, I don't want to stay there. You know, when I ended up in the fashion industry, I thought, this can't be the rest of my life because I'm
Right.
going to always be doing something for someone else and I'm never going to be able to share why I'm here. And that to me is very like you're dimming your own light.
Yeah.
Your soul is not fully expressed and seen because you're just basically a short order cook doing it for someone else.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to go on a mission and create a business that could serve others because I knew I could make a difference in the world. And so this is why we say like who loses when
Yeah.
because we know you could go and just get a regular job, like you could just go work for someone else and make
Yeah.
money and be fine.
Yeah.
The reason why you left that job or you starting a business on the side even, right? Or you have a
Yeah.
passion project is because you have a mission inside. And if you don't fulfill it, the people that will lose out are the people that are you're meant to serve and yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to say about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, so good, Tavia. Thank you for sharing that. I didn't realize that about your story. Oh my God, these people, they're so loud. Um, my apologies. But listen, yeah, like honestly, we want to invite you listening. Like, what were the stories that you were raised around,
Mm,
how big you can play? And, did you have parents that were fearful that just wanted you to work in a corporate job and just stay at a certain level, right? We want you to unpack your own stories, right? Because
right.
these stories are bullshit. You're here for more. You wouldn't be watching this video if you weren't here for more. And who do you
Yes.
have to become internally so that you can be a match for your mission? Oh my God, I've never said that before.
Mm,
How do you need to shift internally to become a match for your mission? I've personally been doing a lot of inner work and healing recently, and now I'm taking my mission to a whole new level, and I am so freaking grateful for this inner work that's allowed my identity to shift so that new opportunities are finding me. And it's like, this is huge. I can't wait to launch it with you guys, into the world. But yeah, this is what we're here for, to play as big as we possibly can because the world needs us. No more
yes.
small. Let's play tall, right? Do you agree,
Yes.
Tate?
Yeah, 100%. So we hope that this hit home for you. And if you didn't, go listen to part one because that
Yeah.
one is, you know, really the kickoff of this conversation. And we needed to share more. So that's why we created this second part. And yeah, let us know if it resonates. We want to hear from you. Please drop your comments. We want you to engage and let us know, like, is this resonating for you?
Yeah.
What stood out, you know, for you in our conversation? So
Yeah, and what's holding you back? Like, if you can just share it, that's half the battle because you've gotten clear, you've gotten present. Awareness is power, right? So when you get aware of where the stories came from, then you can dismantle them and go, that's bullshit. Like, I don't want to be like that anymore, right? So this is the power of the inner work so that you can shine in your mission, and thrive in your mission and make the world better in a way that only you can. So thank you, Tavia. Thank you. This has been beautiful. And if you're interested in chatting with us about joining our collective, we're still growing. We have a full foundational membership, and we're taking on some new people at $97 USD a month. And it's really an amazing business accelerator, a business amplifier. I'm not going to say incubator because people that join us tend to have already started a business, but they are here to amplify their business, to accelerate their business. And that's what the collective is, a community to fuel your legacy chapter. If you're a midlife, heart centered, mission driven entrepreneur. So, talk to us if you're curious about what that looks like. And yeah, we've got some amazing people on the inside you get to hang out with. So, anyways, much love to everyone, and we'll see you on our next episode of Thriving Your Mission. Bye, guys. Take care.